going to show you guys how to do this kind of classic RLRLKK fill. And also, if you dig videos like these, please like and subscribe and check out my book, Tactical Drumming Groove Survival Guide. Now, I want to talk about this and really just kind of jump into it. And the thing I want to look at with this fill is it is a very common fill. You see it all over the place. And a lot of times I've seen video where people slow it down, and we'll do that a little bit in here. But I want to talk about a different approach, and that is it's really two things you have to do to be able to play this fill really well. And the two things are pretty simple. One is to be able to play what's called a single stroke 4, and the other part of this fill is basically a double stroke on the kick drum. And I'm going to show you those two things and how they go together, right? So basically the hands are very simply, and I'll play it on the hi-hat, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. That's all I'm playing. Right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. So the faster I can play that, right, the quicker I'm able to play that, the quicker I can basically play this fill. So I'm playing right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. Right. Now, one of the things I want to show you real quick to get fast at those single stroke 4s is as I'm playing quicker, if I actually take away, like, say, my left hand and don't play it, or play it on my leg, I can actually hear what my right hand is doing, which is a double stroke. So the first thing I'll tell my students to do is actually practice their double strokes. Just playing doubles, doubles. Then put that together slowly speed it up. And at this tempo, I'm just doing that. So if my students can play this, they can play this, right? And again, I talk about this in a lot of videos, but I'm really focusing on my finger usage and a solid fulcrum here, right, to get that double stroke and straight. Now, the second part of this, to kind of just jump into it, is a double stroke, again, on the kick. All right, now, the way I do this is it's a flap technique, right? It's a like a tap dancing technique. It's used by people like Buddy Rich and stuff, right? But the technique is pretty simple, and hopefully you can kind of see my bass drum here. But all I'm doing in this is I'm actually starting from, I'm at the top of the pedal, and then I slide back on the pedal, and then I come back up. So I'm going boom, 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 boom. And what I do with that, a good way to think about this, because it's really just the ball of my foot, my heel is up while I'm doing it. And what I like to do is actually put my foot on the ground, and I'll just kind of bounce my knee up and down. Right, and that's actually the fill I'm going to do, but I'm going to slide back and forth, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Right, so the faster I can play that, the faster I'll be able to play, the faster I'll be able to connect those notes together. All right, so now what we want to do is after I kind of sit there and I've got this down. Well, one thing I do also want to mention is that your body, the core of your body, needs to be solid when you're playing these doubles on the kick so that you can manipulate what's happening with your hands. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to slowly put those together. Right, so we're going to start with I like to play it start on the snare. We're going to play that single stroke 4, then my 2 hits. Right? Connect those two. Now, one thing you can do is while you're working on the single stroke 4 to get used to the kind of the feel of it, if you don't have the double stroke down in the bass drum, you can just play a single. Right? Then what you're going to do is work on those doubles and try to add those in. Now, getting used to that before I even jump into this, a lot of times I'll just play it as doubles, right? Just 2 on the snare, and then doubles on the bass. Just to kind of get used to it. Right, and so on and so forth. So now, putting the whole thing together slow, snare and bass drum. Now, one of the things I do want to note, and this is important, even at the slower tempo, especially with the bass drum, think about that same technique where you're going down, up. Again, showing my pedal, down, up. Even at the slow tempo, so that we gain that power in the bass drum. And I'll actually put I'll put a link in the description for a full discussion on those doubles on the bass drum. All right, so that's pretty much it. Now the last part, of course, is actually putting it in context. And when you're putting it in context, you're just, what I like to do is you can think about it going through all the way through the measure, but with the double stroke on the, basically on the upbeats, right? So I'm thinking sixes. That makes it a little bit hard to go into my next phrase. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put something like da da or da 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 on the end. And that allows me to go right back into the groove. Or maybe the da da. Right, and then I can very quickly slam right into my groove right after that. All right, so that's basically it. I'm going to play it one more time for you on the way out, and that's it.